and shake up the sheets. It doesn't matter in what bed you sleep or whether or not you're on the couch. All the dreams are the same.
Lost in a forest of technology, theology, political ideology. We scan the channels 24/7, trying to find the right bit of fluff to stuff in between the cracks and around our rough edges. But none of it seems to fit right. It's either too tight or too bright. And so we frighten ourselves into wondering where the most perfect might be. And so we surf some more, checking beneath the floorboards of the deep cable and the seedy internet sites that we're able to find, without contracting some digital disease from the consume us if you please.coms and the torrid torrents of copyright infringement and moral dilemmas.
We hush our kids and deplore our neighbors, our friends who are at equal and bitter ends and whose lives depend on the kipple, the detritus, the overwhelming information beside us regarding the latest pop superstar or celebrity porno tape. Self-degradation crosses every nation when the glamour shot imitation meets maximum dissemination from the ex-boyfriend with a grudge and a perfect eBay score.
Seeds of depravity were set deep and grew into the mountains with steep cliffs and thorny brambles, impossible to climb with not enough handholds. There isn't enough time, and who can read all the signs carved into granite anyway?
Inertia, inertia, inertia. So many paths from center axis. Would you like to reconnect with high school classes? Get help with your taxes? I've got a wiki on Praxis, a sale on Axis, and the real facts is we never go far from digital zero.
It's the 21st century.
I look to my friends, I look to my teachers, my parents, the preachers, and they all have the same shell-shocked, half-cocked, mental block look on their faces. It's not about religion. It's not about races. It's not about putting the machine through the paces, and the places with answers have no more stock on the shelves.
What do we do with all this tech that is new? The animals we grew in a tube in a lab that we then stabbed and bled? We cooked what we bred. Is it really dead if there's a serial number inside the head stamped there with educational approval of corporate college and capitalist youth?
I'm all for a free economy, but just between you and me, the gap between A and B seems to be a gulf, a pit, an abyss with no bridge. I'm standing at the ridge, being pulled into the darkness that has no out, no escape to another place. With friendly faces, wide open spaces, if only we went to the skies, found new worlds to revise, recapture that dream for the prize, and let go of all the lies, the fear in our eyes, the irrational ties to a bunch of dead guys. Make a move, a quest, an attempt to be our best, feel our hearts beat in our chests with pride. And even if we died, it'd be better than eating the pre-packaged 4-square meals of state-mandated crow we are currently fed.
Make a move away from the most bestest. Live lives that really test us. Have actual vested interests away from the pretext and the crap that affects us in the worst possible ways. Yes, they have us down. Handcuffed to the sinking boat, and we're gonna drown. Unless we find ways not to be around once they've sucked out the core and the planet won't support us anymore.
Rise, you fools! Take up arms. Make the evil eye. Brandish witch charms. Ignore their alarms. Burn down the cubicle farm. Be proud to say I and me in perfect harmony with us and we. It doesn't have to be divided destiny in the 21st century. Wake up! Shake the sheet! It doesn't matter where you sleep. The dream remains the same.
Socially conscious poetry doesn't fund itself, people. Cough up with the tips.
Excuse me, special agents. Has anybody seen anything unusual here today?
Unusual in the way of clowns.
Could you describe these clowns?
They would be anarchist clowns.
Politically deviant clowns.
Sorry, no politically deviant clowns here. Tommy?
No. Nor anarchist clowns for that matter. You, Reggie? Now, leftist-leaning performance artists, that's a different story.
A time when the very systems of control and commerce that we had believed to be the status quo were somehow no longer